All right, let's get you a live look right now at Capitol Hill. Bit of a foggy day there in D.C. You've got the Senate working on President Trump's massive budget bill. Yesterday, the Finance Committee released the draft text for its portion of the legislation. And take a look. It includes proposal for steep Medicaid cuts and permanently extending the state and local tax deduction, also known as SALT, the cap for that at $10,000, which is different from the $40,000 cap that was in the House version of the bill. CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion is tracking all of that and joins us now from Capitol Hill. Good morning, Nikole. So walk us through some more of these major changes in the Senate's version of the bill and how it could, if passed, change our viewers' lives.
Yeah, well, one of the biggest changes, which you noted at the top of that graphic, was that change to Medicaid in terms of this issue of a provider tax. There was a moratorium on that in the House bill, preventing states from raising that further. But the Senate version now would lower that to 3.5%. And so without getting into the nitty gritty, in effect, many are concerned that that could lead to potential cuts in the program because states use that tax to finance their Medicaid program. So if you're lowering that amount, that means they would bring in less to be able to fund the Medicaid programs in their respective states. So that is a concern there. We heard from Josh Hawley from Missouri yesterday, who said he was very alarmed by that. He thought that this bill was going to track more closely to the House version. So he told us that in his view, there's a lot of work to do on this bill. He wouldn't say whether or not he would support it.
We were just speaking a moment ago about the shootings in Minnesota. It's still reverberating on Capitol Hill. Tell us about this emergency briefing over the security of lawmakers.
Yeah, well, we expect that senators will be briefed by both the Sergeant at Arms as well as U.S. Capitol Police later this morning in the wake of those shootings in Minnesota. Of course, this issue of member security is top of mind for a lot of lawmakers, not only here in Washington, but certainly state legislatures as well. But in terms of here in Congress, we know that the threats against congressional members have substantially risen over the years. Last year, threats were investigated. I think it was more than 9,000 threats, if you will, that were investigated against members of Congress by the U.S. Capitol Police. So from that standpoint, it is a very high concern here. We also expect a similar briefing to take place in the House for those members, although they're out. So that briefing will be virtual.
Yeah, those very serious threats increasing over the past decade. Nikole Killion, thanks so much.